Welcome to Date Like an Economist, the podcast where we discuss and analyze dating, marriage, and family from economic and behavioral principles. The topic of this, the title of this episode, the second episode of the podcast, is There Ain't No Such Thing as a Free Lunch. Now, this saying is quite common and very well known among economic students. Any sort of first year economic student will know the saying, and it's central to the main economic problem that we all face. That is, we as humans have the problem of unlimited wants and needs, but limited resources to satisfy those needs. So that means that we have to make choices that have trade-offs, i.e. something that you have to give up or a cost that you have to incur. So the saying, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch, sums up that basic concept. And this concept in economics is called opportunity cost. And that's what there ain't no such thing as a free lunch is about. And this principle applies to everything, including dating, marriage, and family formation. So coming to dating and the principle of opportunity cost, or there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. For example, ladies, remember, opportunity cost or there ain't no such thing as a free lunch basically means whatever choice you make or opportunities you face, you're going to have to make a decision about which option or which opportunity you're going to take and which ones are you going to give up so that you can enjoy the opportunity or the option that you choose to take. So similarly in dating, for example, ladies, you are faced with many options. Let's say three gentlemen are interested in you and you end up choosing one of them. The opportunity cost, for example, in this case, of choosing one of the gentlemen is that fact that you have to give up the attention, the affection, the financial investment, and the adoration of the two other gentlemen. This is the cost or the opportunity. This is the opportunity cost of you choosing to go with one of the gentlemen. Now, let's say you're already in a relationship. And this brings us to is related to our previous video, the first video, where we discussed why are women so offended by the hashtag SoftGuyEra trend on TikTok and other social media platforms. And this is it. Once, even prior to officially being in a relationship, you're dating. You married for that matter, but let's say dating for now. If you want, for example, your boyfriend to take you on extravagant, lavish dates, if you want him to take you on weekend holidays, etc., that's all good and well. You may want that. Those may be your preferences. But the question that women often forget to ask themselves, what are my preferences that I'm imposing on my boyfriend or my husband if you're married? My standards, my expectations, what are they going to cost me? And the costs often come in the form of your boyfriend's or your husband's own preferences, expectations, and standards. Look, ladies, you have to remember that wanting is cheap, but paying is expensive. And applying it to the world of dating and marriage, it's all good and well that you want what you want. But for example, if your boyfriend takes you on a date, one of the costs that you will have to incur or the opportunities that you'll have to give up is to relinquish a certain level of autonomy, i.e., independence. For example, your boyfriend might want you to come dressed in the outfit that he finds you most attractive in, finds you most beautiful in. And what one often sees, and what I often see when women are preparing to go on a date that their man has prepared for them, is that they will dress to please themselves, not to please their boyfriend or their husband. They don't go there to satisfy his attraction for her. Another cost that you'll have to incur is that you'll have to come prepared with a good attitude and with a high level of enthusiasm, and don't create any problems for him. Be cooperative in the date. Be engaging, be enthusiastic. And attempt to also meet his emotional, material, and physical needs in the date. And don't make it all about you. And what men often experience in dates is women will come expecting that they should be emotionally pandered to, that their material needs should be met, that their imagination, that their expectations, their preferences, their standards for a date are the only ones that are front and center in the entire experience, and that the man essentially should be a dancing clown to do whatever she wants so that she walks away pleased, with no consideration for what he wants, what he expects, what standards that he has for her that will satisfy him. And that is why I say that wanting is cheap. Being the wanted costs you nothing, ladies. Men have to pay the price of you wanting things for them. But paying to be an active participant in a relationship, to actually be part of the relationship, is expensive. And men know this. Men know, for example, that if they don't spend enough time, if they don't allocate enough attention, validation, compliment you, spend money, take you on dates, etc., and pander to your general sort of emotional makeup, that there's no way, or there's very little chance that you will give them access to sex. Let's admit that, ladies. That's how the game is played. And this is true even in marriages. Men know that for them to play in the dating and marriage arena, they have to pay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the concept of there ain't no such thing as a free lunch, or the economic principle of opportunity cost, means that you have to come prepared to play in dating and marriage. Prepared to pay in dating and marriage. You do not pay for free, play for free. And this is what a lot of the sort of tongue-in-cheek, larger-than-life, satirical demands that the men of the soft guy era are pointing out. This is the concept that in their experiences in dating, women come with just demands. They just demands, emotions and demands. And they bring nothing that is of value to the man. So in my closing remarks, ladies, remember, in dating, in marriage, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. In relationships, there are no freeloaders. Everyone has to pay, one way or the other. And the most obvious and simplest way to foot the bill and provide a fair exchange of value for your boyfriend or husband is to meet his reasonable expectations, standards, and preferences. And trust me, this is how you will win with men. For the general experience of men is that dating and marriage is expensive and there is little return for investment. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that that has been helpful for you, and helpful for you, particular ladies, to try to understand where men are coming from as far as the hashtag soft guy era is concerned, and to use these economic and behavioral principles to get better results, to actually win, to get what you want out of dating and marriage. So please like, follow, and comment on the topic in the video in our comment section. And remember, love smarter, not harder.